So one of the most annoying jobs I've done so far in this John Deere 1026r was replacing this secondary inline fuel filter, whatever you want to call it. And this job was such a pain in the butt that I plumbed in this valve here for future replacements, and I really like the results I got here. So all of this is 5/16 tubing and a 5/16 valve. I can link this on Amazon where I got it. It seems like it's really good quality. It turns very easily. And you can see it shut off. Well, it doesn't really do anything, but right now, because there's nothing going through it, but it shuts off fuel supply when you turn it sideways. So basically all I had to do to install this, I cut this hose a little bit shorter, and on yours the fuel filter is going to be right here, and it is such a pain to replace it because you can't get to the one down here, and then it, you know, these hoses, which I've already replaced these, are going to be super brittle. So but anyways, if yours this one's still good, you can just cut this one just a little bit short, just to give yourself a little bit more clearance between the valve and the bar here. And then once you do that, so you're gonna need to pinch this off with one of these pinch tools that you can get, and I can link those on Amazon as well. So you're gonna want to pinch that off like right about here. Then you're gonna cut it here, put your valve in. You can use the original clamps or get some new hose clamps. Then you're gonna get a big long piece of 5/16 fuel line, plug it in, you know, route it. You need to route it underneath the bar here up to the valve, get it attached there, and, you know, obviously close the valve for yourself so nothing's leaking through while you're messing with this. And then you got to run it through, and you're going to run it through this little cable organizer. Come here, kitty. Hey, get out of here. Go on, chew. Chew. You're going to run your fuel line up through this little cable organizer here under the bar up to your valve, attach it, and you're going to need quite a bit of slack here. You want it to, you know, kind of curve over here to give yourself clearance from this other line. And then you're going to, the pre-existing line, yours is going to, you know, be running up through here. You're just going to cut it somewhere over here. You know, I probably cut mine a little bit too short, so don't do that. Leave yourself a little bit more room. But just so that, you know, you have enough slack to move this hose when you want to take, you know, put this fuel filter in and out. And then get your fuel filter in there, and then clamp it, and then clamp it to the existing one, and then you're good to go. And then so for future jobs, you don't have to pinch this one up here. You just shut your valve, and then you know, unscrew or grab your hose clamp or whatever, take your fuel filter off. You'll have tons of slack now because you have all this extra line here. You won't have to mess with this. You won't have to mess with anything else in here. You'll just unclamp it, take your fuel filter off, replace it, good to go. And this one up here, you can clamp that one, and it'll save you a little tiny bit of fuel, but there's really not much in there. So even if you didn't want to clamp that one off, you'll be fine. Just, you know, undo it and let it drip out, and it'll drip out like, I don't know, maybe half a pint or something of diesel fuel. So no big deal. So, you know, I'm hoping in the future this will make it a lot easier on me. This was a very unfun job when I initially did it. And I kind of messed up the lines up here, which is why I had to replace them, because I wasn't using the right hose clamps and everything. And, you know, it was a disaster. It dumped a ton of diesel on me because you just can't stop the flow from the tank there unless you got that line pinched. So I really like the results here, and it's still all tucked up in there. It's not going to get, hit on anything. So yeah, I think this is a great solution. So I recommend that, and and remember, everything's 5/16 fuel line. At least for mine, it should be the same, I imagine, for the 1026R, 1023E, 1025R, maybe even other ones, maybe like the 2 series, but I'm not really sure about that. But thanks for watching, and good luck.